Show at the Tropicana, Paris, and Monte Carlo, and places around the world. I would like, I better dress for the occasion a little bit before I introduce this person. Yes, I feel a little bit more classy. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to welcome the magical stylings of Rico. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Amazing Rico.
You know what they say, if you give a magician enough rope, he'll do a rope trick. Sorry to disappoint you. This is a rope. It has 2 ends, one on each. I'll cut one end off. Now the rope has 1 end. Am I going too fast? Good. To make the trick twice as difficult, I'll cut off the other end. Now the rope has no ends on either. All that's left is the middle. And usually you can find that somewhere near the center. Should I cut the middle, I'd find no center. Look at that, no center, but 2 new ends. Isn't this stuff dynamite? I'll cut this end off and this end here. I'll throw it away. I now have no ends on either, no middle in the center. All that's left is a rope. Sir, gentlemen out here, would you examine the rope? Take a look at that, sir. I didn't wake you up, did I? Sir, did you find any glue, scotch tape, magnets, maybe a trap door? Hold the rope up so everyone can see it. Could you stand up a second so they all can see it? You weren't doing anything important right now, were you? Good, sir. Stand up tall, give you a chance to stretch your legs, and adjust your shorts. You're not wearing any, you rascal. Sir, come down here where everybody can see the rope. Hold the rope, let it dangle from the fingertips of the right hand. Right hand. Look how he figured that right out. So hold it up so everyone can see it. As a matter of fact, come up here with me. Give him a hand for volunteering. Sneaky devils, aren't we? What's your name, sir? Norman? Come right over here, Norman, and stand on the trap door. Norman, I'm going to take the rope. I'm going to take the rope, Norman. You're going to take the shears, and we're going to try this thing one more time. Now, Norman, as I draw the rope through my hand like that, you tell me when to stop. Tonight, Norman. A little slow, Norman. You work at the post office? Cut the rope in half, Norman. I said in half, Norman. You missed. Listen, we can always stretch the point a little. No, I don't believe it either. 2 ropes that are now perfectly even. I have a little end on my rope, lady. Norman, would you cut my end off? You're not a rabbi, are you, Norman? Have you worried there a minute? Make them even. The ropes, not the fingers. Good job. Now that we have 2 ropes that are perfectly even, it's getting worse, Norman. Good thing you're not a rabbi the way you cut. Listen, you're too disruptive. We're going to have to start the whole thing over from the beginning. Tell you what we're going to do now, Norman. I'm going to take these 2 ends and I'm going to tie them together, but you can logically understand that since the rope has no ends, I can't tie them together. To prove my point, no ends, no middle, just one continuous circle of rope. Have you ever seen anything like that before, Norman? Have you ever seen anything before, Norman? You're a good sport. Got the rope, Norman. Now we have 2 ends. All we need is a middle. Now listen carefully, Norman, because I'm going to ask questions later. And they're toughies just there. I'm going to take the 2 ends and tie them together, and then I'm going to ask you to cut that rope. And when you do cut it, the knot will be at the ends, and the ends will be in the middle. Watch my lips, Norman. You don't understand, and I don't trust you any longer with the shears, so I'm going to cut the rope on the crease of my trousers. It's safer and sharper. Gabby, young man, it's clever. Now that we have the rope cut in half and tied together in the middle, we can do a little magic. A lot of the magic words you all learned in church. Bingo. And lo and behold, the rope has put itself back together again. Now that's what we wanted to do all along, Norman, but we got a little mixed up. Yes, we did. Sometimes even tying your shoelace. Simple little job like that, you can get mixed up. First you get one end caught, then you get the other end caught, and you find you have a terribly complicated knot. Has that ever happened to you, Norman? All that somehow I knew that. Norman, in that case, all I can say is, not to you. A big hand for Norman. Take a bow, Norman. Take a bow. That was a nice bow, Norman. What you've seen so far is a little sleight of hand and a little fun with Norman. Wasn't he a terrific sport, really? Thanks, Norman. Now I'd like to take you into the world of illusion and show you one of my favorite mysteries.